Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. With the holiday coming up, I'm sure you are looking for gifts for that geeky person in your life. Now, there is one film coming out in 2017 I am beyond excited for, and that would be Wonder Woman. The Gal Gadot film is probably at the top of my list, actually. Not near the top of it, just at the top of my list, because, it's the first big screen adaptation, adaptation of Wonder Woman ever. Love the old school Wonder Woman with Linda Carter when she's appeared in animated series. It's been awesome. And of course, we've got 75 years of comics. I mean, Wonder Woman is an icon in so many ways, just a straight up feminist icon. And let's face it, those trailers so far for the film just look beyond badass. So whether or not she's a UN ambassador or an ambassador for Themyscira, Wonder Woman is where it's at. So I put together this little video of some items for that Wonder Woman fan in your life, someone who might be either interested in getting to know about the character or who's a diehard fan and you want to get some stuff. So first up, we're going to go and do a little like pin-up retro style with that. So this is the Wonder Woman DC Collectibles DC Comics Bombshell's bust of Wonder Woman. So the DC Comics Bombshell started off in 2011 from Aunt Lucia as an artist. It's kind of spun out into this whole other thing. There's comics, there's stuff with games, there's toys. It's really, really popular. It's a pin-up style, not quite steampunkish, but that like retro bomber jacket sort of thing going on. So DC Collectibles has this really cool bust line of characters. Wonder Woman's one of them. There's also Supergirl. There's Mara. In another video, we showed off the Mara along with Wonder Woman. As I said in that one, this is a solid bust. Retails for about $50 or $60 depending on where you go. I think it's really, really great. The details on it is solid. There's subtle things too about it, like the W on the collar. You can actually see the lines going in there. The metals stick out, and the coloring and the design of that is just utterly fantastic. There's some shading on the actual costume that's really, really cool, and it's got this nameplate that sticks in with a nice magnet. So, if you want someone to get something that they sit on the shelf or maybe their desk or wherever, this is actually really cool for a Wonder Woman fan. Fairly new, so chances are they probably won't have it. But I recommend it. I think the job on it, the quality on it is really, really great. Saw these at San Diego Comic-Con and wanted them then. So really, really excited. DC Collectibles hooked us up with that. So thank you so much. Now, of course, Wonder Woman started in comic books. 75 years later, she's still going strong. DC Comics has put this out. This is for $39.99. It's Wonder Woman, a celebration of 75 years from her first appearance in All-Star Comics number 8. It goes through comics into 2014. There are, I don't even know how many. There's 400 pages in here. And it's everything from her first appearance with done by William Moulton Marston and H.E. Peter, to her Mod 60s redesign with Denny O'Neil, Mike Sikorsky, to Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chang. There's also George Perez, Darwin Cook, Robert Kinnear, sorry if I butcher anyone's name, Gene Colan, Phil Jimenez, Mike Deodato, Greg Rucka, Gail Simone, and more. She's, I would say, the most recognizable female comic book character. As I said, 75 years. She's a UN ambassador. She just is awesome beyond awesome. Now, this actually has, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 comics, unless I'm reading something wrong. So as I said, over 400 pages. Designs throughout the year, which is the decades, which is really, really cool and neat. So if you got someone who is interested in the history of Wonder Woman and wants to learn more about her or catch out her early time, this is going to be things to do it. So if we got some of their earliest work, earliest appearances, kind of the 60s mod version, with a very, very different version of the character, for good and bad. Trying to find some of the other great art in here. get nice pinups and covers like that. There we go. One of my favorite artists ever, that would be Darwin Cook. The artist J-Bone. Cook is absolutely amazing artist and writer. Just does a fantastic job. But yeah, so this goes throughout the decades and really kind of runs you through things. So we're checking out definitely for the Wonder Woman fan, $39.99, which is a pretty good deal for 40 pages or 400 pages. That's solid history for 400 pages. All right, we got another one. We got two that are fairly recent releases, and this one's $29.99. This is the trade paperback, well, not really trade, the graphic novel, whatever you want to call it. Some debate is what to call it. From Renee Deleuze and Ray Dillon. And this is The Legend of Wonder Woman. Was a digital series then done as print, collected here. Absolutely amazing. It's the origin of Wonder Woman, taking her from a little kid to her stepping out into the world of man. The art is unfreaking real. Absolutely gorgeous. And a fantastic story to boot. This is one of my favorite, I don't know if I want to call it a mini-series, but maxi-series, whatever. It is one of my favorite readings of the year. I mean, that's just beautiful to look at, absolutely wonderful. So it's on the hidden island of Themyscira. The Amazons, led by Queen Hippolyta, live in a kingdom of peace, protected by the gods. But Balance is upset when Hippolyta is granted what no immortal is meant to have, a child given life from the clay of the island, the Princess Diana, who alone can sense the evil that is infesting the Amazons' home. When a man from the outside world is brought to Themyscira, a part of a conspiracy to overthrow its queen, Diana will risk everything to save his innocent life, and lose it all in the process. Soon the Amazon princess finds herself in a world she never knew existed, America, a land of untold wonders that finds itself threatened by a great war abroad. Absolutely fantastic read. Love it, love it, love it. Can't recommend it enough. One of my favorite recent Wonder Woman stories. And I should actually take off the cover because the actual cover is gorgeous on top of it. Just beautifully put together. As far as extras, there's not really that much. It's just straight up a collection of the series, which isn't a bad thing. It's just really good read. Another one we had recent is Wonder Woman, The True Amazon, Jill Thompson, original graphic novel. This one's a little bit cheaper at $22.99. So this is an origin take on the character. Original graphic novel is actually pretty interesting in that this Wonder Woman is a little bit less likable. She is a single child, she is a princess, and she acts like a princess. She's really conceited, very self-centered, kind of a brat throughout. You'll see her attempt to grow up throughout the story. This doesn't paint her in the best of light. That's why I actually thought it was really, really interesting. It gave us kind of pretty much a negative view of Wonder Woman, which was an interesting, different take on her. And I like it. I really, really like it. The art is fantastic. Jill Thompson, who wrote and did the art, show some of this off. Beautiful art, really great to look at, and a solid story. A very, very interesting take on the character, and kind of threw me off because of that. So, there is some extras in this one. We get a sketchbook where we can see some of the designs of the various characters and kind of like creating the cover, which is neat. I always like seeing these things. There's actually quite a few pages of extras. There's like 6 pages or so. Takes you through our process, pencil to color. And there is designing her costume, and specifically the statue based off of this version of Wonder Woman. I like the extras. I think they add a lot to graphic novels like that, so I am a fan of them. But as you see, we've got kind of a wide variety of items. We've got the bust here for about $50 or $60. We've got this huge celebration of 75 years, trade paperback, graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, hardback cover. $39.99 in the U.S. We've got this one, which is the True Amazon, a little bit cheaper at $22.99, and then finally Legend of Wonder Woman, which is, I believe, $29.99. All these will have links below this video. I'm going to go and try to look for some of the cheapest prices out there so you can get good deals while getting them for this holiday, and your dollars can go a little bit further. Thank you, DC Collectibles and DC Comics, for hooking us up with the various items to show off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those who are watching this, if you really dig Wonder Woman and comic books in general, you should catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. As always, thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Keep reading those comics and keep it geeky.